Hi and welcome to Makeup Mugwump. My name is Leanne. Today I have a tag video for you. I'd like to tell you all about my eyeshadow palettes. I have a lot. I'd like to tell you about specific 13. This tag was created by Allie Glines and Samantha March, but I saw Natasha Stewart do this video. I'll link her video down below. She did it recently, and I'd like to do it as well. I'd like to tell you about some of my eyeshadow palettes. So there are 13 categories, and we're going to go straight down the list. The very first one is to show my newest eyeshadow palette. This is so new, I haven't even touched it yet. This came in my BoxyCharm Premium for August. This is the Ciate Editor Palette in New England. It has little palm fronds on the front. And this came literally a few minutes ago. And it looks like it is a majority of shimmers. Couple of mattes in there. I haven't even swatched it yet. So that's really new. Ciate. We'll see how it is. My oldest palette. I'm a little bit ashamed, not really. I got this palette in New York City when I went, and I think it was in either 2001 or 2002 when I went to New York City, and there was a body shop that we went into. I live in nowhere, North Carolina. We don't have a body shop, and I went into a body shop, and I purchased an eyeshadow palette. I did not know how to apply makeup. I did not wear makeup. I have no idea why, but I purchased this Eye and Chic palette from the body shop, and it has, like, why would I buy, if I don't even wear makeup, why would I buy teals? I'm not gonna, it's really old. I don't use it anymore, but I keep it to remind me of that. I also lost a Hello Kitty mitten while I was there. I don't know what, I just remembered that. My oldest palette, so that's probably, what, 19 years old? 20 years old, something like that. Next category is the most expensive palette. I have two because I own both. Y'all, just the Natasha Denona green brown blue purple palette. I've reorganized mine, and so they don't actually look like this when you purchase them. The sale price of these, and I'm sorry for anyone watching who doesn't know this. These palettes cost $239 a piece. I have two of them. You can do the math, but don't do the math because I bought them on Black Friday when they were buy one, get one free. I know it's still $239 for two eyeshadow palettes, and that's ridiculous for anyone who has half of a brain. I don't care. I love them so much. I love Natasha Denona. Love, 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 love. Love these palettes. Again, I've reorganized mine, so those shades are in no order that they would be normally. Most affordable palettes, and I have two because they are $1. These are Amuse Cosmetics. I purchased Amuse Cosmetics off of shopmissa.com, and this palette is stunning. It's called the Lustre Metals. Y'all, these are gorgeous. I mean, do they perform exactly like Natasha Denona? Almost. You couldn't tell the difference on the eyes. So why, Leanne, would you spend a lot of money on makeup? Because I want to. But this is gorgeous too. This one was $1. This little cute little quad here is it's just a little neutral situation. She's having her moment. It's cute. It doesn't have a name. Have no idea what it's just Amuse Cosmetics. Again, get it off shopmissa.com. And affordable makeup is still really good makeup. All right, so that's the most affordable. Here's my everyday palette. I use a different palette every day, y'all. I'm not going to lie. I have a lot of makeup and I enjoy using it. But this is one that I keep very close by for filling in the blank when I need something. So this one, and I've used and abused it. I've used up almost an entire shade in here and almost another one. I've had to repress those. For those of you who don't know what that means, it means that I've scraped it out. I've mixed it with a medium and I've put it back in the pan and pressed it down so that I can pretend like it's not crumbling all over the place. It's fine. I'll do a video on it one day, or you can Google it right now. But anyway, this is the CoverGirl True Nudes. This is the Trunaked Nudes. It is a palette that has just some neutrals. It's not fancy, but it's my everyday palette. A little bit cooler or neutral leaning than warm. I do use warm shadows, but I use cooler more than I use warm. Most colorful palette. I have a lot of colorful palettes. I enjoy colorful makeup, but this one is one that I was so excited for, and I'm so excited to have, and it is very colorful. It is my Anastasia Beverly Hills ABH Alyssa Edwards palette, and probably my favorite part of this palette is the shade that is named back rolls. It's wonderful. I love this palette. It's very bright. It is very good. And I love it. I have a lot of colorful palettes. This one's my fave. Alyssa Edwards. Love you so much. Okay. My smallest palette is a little Petite Pro from Viseart. Look at her. She's little. This is the Petite Pro in Apricotine. I'm assuming that's a word that means apricot. It's a little peachy moment. Look at her. So cute. All mattes across the top. Well, that one has like the whole like, there's glitters in it, but it don't show on your eyes, but it's a matte base. And then the bottom is shimmers. It's a gorgeous little palette. It's teeny tiny, itty bitty. It's got a little teeny tiny mirror. Look at that. So cute. Love her, love her. Biggest palette. I have multiples of this same exact size. So I just picked my favorite one to show you. My biggest, the biggest palettes that I have are my Morphe palettes. This is the 35i. The 35i is the bad boy that has, she's got the names on the things, which I loathe. But this is like that unicorn beautiful. This was a polarizing palette for those of us who got it. Some people really love it. Some people really hate it. I'm a lover of this palette. I love this so much. I bought it and started using it. I do not use pressed glitter, so don't come for me for that. There are some duochromes in here. Super light shades, pastel shades. They work beautifully for my skin tone because I'm very fair. Love it, love it, love it. Loved it so much. And my husband went to pick me out a present and he bought me another one. I have a backup. Who would need a backup of this? I would. It's gorgeous. I love this palette. Morphe shadows perform well for me, and I'm okay. So, 35i, biggest palette. Best memory. I use this palette in a Get Ready With Me for the look that you see upon my face. I'm using, in that Get Ready With Me, I'm using a lot of my panning challenge products, so you can see those in use as well. I'll link that video down below, but I also use this palette. This is an older palette. It is Nona Creme's Color Prevails Nude and Neutral palette. It is a cool toned, all shimmery palette. There was a little brush that went in here. It's a little Bob Ross palette. Look at that. In a butterfly wing. She had a couple of these. Nona Creme is the owner of, or this brand, is also owned by Butter London. This is a discontinued palette. You can't get it anymore. It's a discontinued brand. You can't get it anymore. But if you have it in your makeup collection, go pull it out. It's gorgeous. My husband bought this for me. He went and picked it out himself. And I believe it was in an Easter basket. It could have been a birthday. But this is my best memory. I love it when he does that. I love it when he goes by himself and he picks me out makeup. And I think that's really cool. I think it's really special. All right, my worth the hype. I think these are worth the hype. And there's two of them. I'm only going to show you one because it's really heavy. This is my Mama Pat McGrath's Divine Rose. This is the Divine Rose original one because I have both and I love them. It is worth the hype. They are stunning shades. They perform beautifully. They never disappoint. They are gorgeous. Worth the hype. 2 is the most luxe packaging I've ever seen. Heavy, beautiful, gorgeous. They're absolutely stunning. The special shades on the end are like no other shades. If you've not tried Pat McGrath and you've got an extra couple bucks to drop on an eyeshadow palette, I highly recommend these. They are stunning. They are so gorgeous. I think Pat McGrath is worth the hype. I think she's worth the hype. I think her eyeshadows are worth the hype. I think a lot of her products are worth the hype. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Do I have too much money? Nope. Because I'm dropping it on eyeshadow products. Okay, what I think is not worth the hype. This one was hard because I've decluttered stuff that I don't like. I don't keep things that I don't like. So I had to kind of come up with a way to classify not worth the hype. And I think what I was able to do is something that is super, super, super hyped up and has been for years that I think is, it's not bad. It's not bad. The Urban Decay Naked palettes aren't bad. I like the 3, but it's not, they're not Pat McGrath. They're not great. They're not bad, but they're not great. Come for me. I understand. If you love them, I get it. Okay, favorite palette from favorite brand, and I could not choose. I know I have a lot of favorites. All of these are my favorites. That's why I chose them, except for the Urban Decay Naked. I love a lot of eyeshadow, and I buy a lot of indie brands. I buy a lot of mainstream brands. I buy a lot of makeup. But I think My favorite brand is probably MAC. This one is the Cool Neutral. The times 15 Cool Neutral. I love Cool. I love Neutral. But I also have a lot of singles from MAC. And so I'm just going to show you. I have a couple of, these are my depotted. I have a lot of MAC singles that I enjoy very much. And I use them all the time. This is like a little bit warmer, but these are just MAC singles that I made my own palette. Look at that pan and that Wet n Wild blush. I'm sorry, what? Look at that pan. So I love them. I love MAC shadows. I think they perform well. I get along with them. They get along with me. Love them, love them. Last up is my most used palette. This one was easy. This is the Tarte Neutral Eyes Volume 3. It's got like zipper on it. This is older than sin, y'all. The reason why this is the most used is very simple. This is my eyeshadow palette that I take with me to travel. I travel for work frequently, and this is the one that I always have. I usually have some other colors, maybe some single shadows, maybe another palette that I've just got that I feel safe traveling with, or I purchase a palette while I'm traveling. But this is the one that I take with me all the time. There are shimmery shade, matte shade for brow bone, and inner corner. There's mattes, there are some shimmers, some taupes, and a little bit of green. It's great. There are 2 slots here. One it had an eyeliner, and I think it had a brush. I just replaced the brush with like a chocolate liner. I've got 2 eyeliners. It sits there. It's ready to go as soon as I'm ready to go. I love this palette. It is the most used because it is neutral. It performs. I love Tarte shadows, and it goes with me every time I travel. I love it so much. That's it. That's all about my eyeshadow palettes tag. Thanks so much, Natasha, for doing this and inspiring me to do it, and for Samantha and Allie for starting it. If you'd like to do this tag, go ahead. I'd love to see your video. Let me know, tag me in your video, and let me know that you did it, and check out everybody else's video. Thanks so much for watching. If you liked this video, or if you liked me, hit the like button down below. Also subscribe for more videos on my channel. I'm doing some panning videos, doing some collection videos. I'd love to have you join me. Thanks so much for your time today. Y'all have a great day. Bye.